Hey buddy, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, thank you.
Are you
All
listening to
good.
me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Nice. Because I just plugged my PC mic to my phone for the first time.
Yeah, no, it works perfectly, mate.
Nice.
Really good. It's so weird to actually be speaking to you rather than just listening to you on your videos and
Same.
podcasts. It's really strange, really strange. So we've got a couple of minutes to kill. So I'll just run through what process we're going to follow. So we're ask you some TPM questions, mix in some of the questions from the Twitter post, and then we're going to open it up to the live listeners to ask you questions live.
Cool.
So
Cool.
yeah,
I'm
should be
nervous
good.
about that last part.
Don't be nervous. I can mute people very quickly.
Oh, don't worry about that. That's the part that I want. Like the trolls, I want. The serious questions are the ones that I'm nervous.
Don't be. I can't believe that you get nervous with all the things you've done on your videos and your
I
podcast.
get nervous every time that I start recording the podcast. It's just I don't know, part of who I am now.
Yeah. No, I always feel the same about 5 minutes before. I'm always messaging Cynthia and Jack saying, I'm really nervous. You'll be fine. Anyway, let's kick off. It's 3 o'clock. Welcome, Ruben. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for
It's
having me.
good to
Thank you
have you.
for the invite. Thank you for everything that you have been doing for the virtual photography community.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We wanted to do something a little bit different and something that hasn't really done before and just talk to people. I think there's a lot of posting, a lot of liking and comments, but actually talking to people
Yep.
and talking to the people that we see on our feed every day. And yeah, it's been really good so far, and we are glad to have you now. So I'm going to kick off with the first question. So we obviously know that you're a virtual photographer.
Am
You're
I?
also a VP related content creator and podcaster. So what inspired you after doing VP to then use the different mediums and showcase and promote VP in a different way? And what goes
Uh,
into it? Because we watch a lot of the videos and things, but there's obviously a lot that goes into it as well.
well, this is a first. It's the first time that someone asks me about anything that is not just my VP. Like the VP related projects is the first time.
Yeah.
I think that virtual photography allows us to match our love on video games and creativity. So, and I find that to be beautiful and unique because even if you suck at traditional photography or you are an absolute stain at drawing, you can still pick up a game, open a photo mode, and create something of your own that is beautiful and impressive. That is like part of the reason why I want to see VP getting as much mainstream recognition as possible.
Yeah.
And that's mainly why I do these side projects to get that recognition to spread the word out of VP. I see myself as like spreading the gospel of VP through the world. I don't know if that makes sense.
Are you a
Uh,
preacher? Are you a preacher? You're preaching the gospel of VP. That's what you're.
yeah, something like that. And as far as like putting these things together, you, a lot of luck. That's the first thing. You will need a lot of luck. You have to not be afraid of failing because you will fail often. Like a good example of that is the O snap. I kept it going for as long as possible, but in the end, it wasn't sustainable to do the things that or the way that I was doing my YouTube channel. So it stopped. Then you have to, and I think you can relate to this part. You
Yeah.
have to have free time. Like a lot of time goes into even the smallest thing that isn't just taking the snaps. It's not just taking the photos. You have to have that time set for that, and that's not easy to come. Like I have this schedule with my partner where on Mondays and Thursday and Tuesdays the evening is just for these projects. Saturday
Yeah.
afternoon the same. We don't schedule anything for Saturday's afternoon because of these projects, because I'm streaming. I'm going live with Bad Gamer Elite on his stream Twitch channel. it's it's a lot. You have to have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Then
I feel
you have to choose the right partners. Like I was very lucky with Mick. Mick takes the heavy toll when it comes to working on the podcast. I always say that I just show up and talk. He does the editing, he does the posts. I do the social media, but that started recently. Uh, and you have to be open to receiving a lot of no's. For instance, on OSNAP, a lot of people weren't available to be on camera,
yeah.
so a lot of my requests to that were sent, most of the requests that were sent for people to be on OSNAP were no's, or they were just ignored altogether.
No, I get what you mean because I mean, obviously, we're putting this series together, and we obviously again we contacted a lot of people, and also a lot of people aren't comfortable speaking. You know,
Yeah,
we obviously comment and like each other's pictures, but some people just don't like talking or are nervous about talking. So yeah, no, it is a bit of a yes no process, isn't it?
yeah, but the funny thing is, even if it's just someone that you barely interact in social media, as soon as you start talking, it's like you are talking with someone that is passionate about something that you are passionate about. So the conversation goes very fluidly, like two friends talking about something they love.
Exactly, exactly. I think Sarah mentioned that when she was on about the Red Bull capture point, is
Yeah,
where they were all just sat on a sofa and they just talked
yeah,
and just took pictures to have that in common. That it does just flow, doesn't it? I mean, I pester you on the DMs now that
yeah,
obviously you're on this, so so teasing you about starting a Jedi Survivor before you and things like that. So yeah, when you just got that thing in common, it's good to just talk to people and just have those conversations, isn't it?
yeah, and it helps. It helps you like once you have that conversation going, you are free to ask for advice. Like, what is working for you that is not working for me? How did you get this picture? How did you? It helps once you get the conversation, even in the DMs. Once the conversation gets going, you most people are super nice to share their secrets and to just they we all just really want VP to succeed.
Mm.
So yeah,
And you know, it's we're all learning, aren't we? I mean, we're all
yeah,
learning different things, and to reach out, and I've said it many times, to reach out and ask someone, never be afraid to speak to someone or slide into their DMs to ask how they do something. It's how we're going to learn to do these things.
exactly. Yeah.
So, what else have you been up to, Ruben? So, obviously, we've recently seen London Games Week, and lots of pictures of Mick looking like he was very cold at Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
But you got in on the action last year at Portugal, the Lisbon Games Week. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience with that, how it came together? Have you learned anything from your experience?
Oof. That started a long time ago. Like I think it was 2019 that I was invited to be a guest at a Portuguese news media outlet for their Christmas party to talk about VP. It was just online. It was like a Facebook event, which is weird because I know I don't post VP on my Facebook. Uh, but after that party, I stayed in touch with the founder of that website, who coincidentally is the main organizer of Lisbon Games Week.
Yeah.
1 year after that, maybe half a year after that, I reached out to him to have a VP gallery present in Lisbon Games Week, and he said, "Absolutely, let's do that." Then the pandemic started,
Yeah.
and that year the Lisbon Games Week was cancelled, and the VP gallery just didn't make sense online because we already post the pictures online.
Yeah. Exactly.
Next year we set up everything, we got the sponsors for the VP gallery, we got everything together, and just a couple of months before the event it was canceled again because of another wave of the pandemic. That time I was invited to like a private party and I was interviewed about VP. I did a live uh, like on a stage capturing uh, Ghost of Tsushima, and it was pretty cool. But again, not the gallery.
Yeah. And I think I remember
2020
watching. I think I remember
uh,
watching that when I was doing my research.
in 2022, again, I reached out to him. This time it was all planned, all worked out, and that's it. That's just I got in touch, or the right person got in touch with me,
Yeah.
and yeah, even today we still talk about like what 2023 is going to be, and if we are going to do a VP gallery or not. Right now, we are looking for sponsors because the gallery went good for a first time, but we want to make something bigger this year, and making something bigger costs money that we like I don't have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
we are looking for sponsors.
is there is there a lot of sponsorship opportunities out there to do it, or is it just you
In
know?
Portugal, no. If you are a streamer, like a big time streamer, you will get like even from cookie manufacturers, they will sponsor anything that you do as long as you have like the cookies behind you on your streams. In terms of virtual photography, it's very much something that is hard to come about. Like I had a meeting last year with the biggest sponsor for esports in Portugal, and he told me stop streaming on YouTube, start streaming on Twitch, and that's part of the reason why I shifted platforms.
Yeah.
And when you get those numbers going, we can start talking about sponsorships.
Oh, okay. And are the numbers there yet?
No, not even close. It's hard to like. It's hard to convince someone to watch a traditional stream of someone game playing, like a normal playthrough. Asking someone to look at you taking pictures is it goes a long way. I have like 5 people that show up on my stream regularly, and I'm super thankful for them. Like even if I don't get the sponsors, it's enough to just have those 5 people every week showing up on my streams, just talking about noodles. We talk a lot about food on my stream. It's fun. At this point I don't even care that much about the sponsorships.
Yeah.
I didn't even reach out to him to ask about the numbers because yeah, now I'm just doing this for fun. It started as something to get sponsors, and now I just got the bug.
Yeah. And that's the important thing, isn't it? It's keeping it fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
you want it to be fun. So you talk a lot about food on there. So what's your favorite food?
Ooh, so there is this thing in Portugal called panados, which is like it's like a big nugget of chicken, and
Yeah.
we do it with tomato rice, and that's my like absolute favorite. I can eat chicken nuggets for life. Like if it's the only thing that I have, it's going to be okay. But panados are like big chunks, so they are like the perfect combination.
Oh, they do sound really nice. I like those little Portuguese custard tarts. I can't remember what the name.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
love them. I love them. I cannot walk past them when I see them in a bakery. They're amazing.
yeah. I literally have like five around me.
You have five of them around you now. Oh, that's so unfair.
Yeah,
That's
like
so unfair.
five. There are bakeries all over Portugal that sell those. Yeah.
I'm jealous. Very jealous. I'm sitting here hungry. Okay, so obviously there's within the VP community as well, talking about trying to get their community going, extra things. There's obviously a lot more nowadays VP competitions. Red Bull Capture Point, Ubisoft do numerous ones, various devs and studios do VP competitions. So it's a little bit of a surprise that we don't see a lot from you in those competitions. And I know way back when in 2021, when you had an interview with Obelisk, you said that you had a personal rule that you don't enter VP competitions. Why is that? And obviously, we won't mention the one that you did enter from Portugal and you did win that one. So we're glad you don't enter them. But why don't you enter them?
Mm. I like to think that is because I prefer to be on the organization part rather than participating, but in reality, it's because my anxiety can't handle it. Like I get really nervous to put myself out there in a way that I know people will judge. Like they will not look. With my VP, I seek to entertain people.
Yeah,
And if you decide to go on my Twitter, on my Flickr, or wherever my photos are, and judge my photos, it's your problem. It's with you. I do this to entertain. But if I go with the mindset, okay, I want you to judge my pictures, my anxiety will go through the roof. I will start thinking about it a lot. I will probably pick up smoking again, and I'm trying really hard to quit. Uh, so I just don't want it. But this is like a bit of trauma because when I started in 2018, I participated in every weekly theme contest, competition, everything that you can think about. My photos were there like all the time, and that was one of many reasons why I grew in followers so quickly because I was present in all of these.
yeah,
Uh, but that also led a lot of like old school, and I'm talking old school VPers getting a bit toxic towards me and mocking my shots and the way that I post. Like I post a lot. I post 3 sets a day, every day, unless it's a weekend, to the point that some even coin me as a factory VP. Like I send out mediocre shots out
yeah,
there. Uh, I lost a lot of sleep because of that. And in the end, I decided that it's better for me to stay in my little corner of the internet, trying
yeah,
to entertain people rather than get involved in
yeah,
most things VP wise, VP community wise. But nowadays, I came to the realization that the VP community has grown so much because back in 2018, we were like 50, maybe 70 VPers, like posting regularly. So we all knew each other.
yeah,
So it was easy to like get the good and the bad all together. And like most humans, I tend to focus on the bad rather than the good. But now it's completely different. And that toxic. The funny thing is, those toxic people, the old school VPs that were toxic, were left behind. They either stopped posting or they don't post as regularly, or when they post, they just complain.
yeah,
So I started to get more comfortable in entering competitions like the Lisbon game, the London's Games Fest, the
yeah,
VP Awards last year. So I like to think that I'm like dealing with my trauma a
Yeah.
little bit at a time. So yeah, that's the main reason why you don't saw me participate in so many VP competitions for a while.
So do you feel like when you take your normal shots, do you still feel a little bit of that of, is that shot good enough, or you love it, you'll post it if people like it, it doesn't matter, or do
Yeah,
you? Yeah,
it's the second. It's definitely the second. Like if I take a shot, it's it's very rarely that I think, oh, people won't like this shot, I won't post it. Like if I take the shot, usually when I'm playing on console, I take the shot, and I take a lot of shots. Like one single stop in the photo mode, I'm going to probably, if I'm not streaming, I'm going to probably take like 3, 4 shots of that
yeah,
scene, all to it until the end of my playthrough.
yeah,
Then um, put it on a thumb drive. Before transferring it, I'm going to go and pick the ones that those 4 shots that look similar, the one that I like the most. And
yeah,
if that shot goes to the flash drive, to the pen, it's going to get posted.
yeah,
Yeah, if I see something that is cool, I don't care if 100 VPs took that shot already. I don't care if it's a bad shot in terms of rules of photography. It's a cool shot. At some point, I liked it. If I still liked it, it's probably going to find someone in the internet that is also going to like that shot. So I do it for myself mostly, and like I said, I like to keep people entertained.
yeah.
So yeah, that's
And
the main goal with every photo.
and it's the best way to be. I think if you're posting pictures that you don't love just because other people are posting them, you're never going to be happy, are you?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got to you got to post what you love.
yeah. Like people complain a lot about portraits of Aloy, but they are popular for a reason. People like them. Like, and if people like them, why should I stop posting portraits of Aloy just because you're tired of seeing it? Just go watch something else. Go seek something else. Like it's
Exactly.
going to take 2 seconds of your life. Look, scrolling past my portrait of Aloy.
Exactly. And yeah, people get so hung up on it, don't they? It's like
Yeah, yeah.
the oversaturation of this game or that game is, if you don't want to look at it, don't look at it.
Yeah, mute
You
the
know,
words. Do your like. There are tons of options to not see the game, and you are seeing and getting riled up about it because you chose to to look at that shot and to get riled up.
exactly. And I mean, Horizon photo mode and the graphics are literally insane. So
Yeah,
people are gonna, it's so it's so easy to take shots in that game. I'm not saying, it's so easy to take excellent shots or epic shots. It's so easy to take a really good looking shot in that game because
yeah.
of the photo mode, because of the graphics. Of course, people are going to post it.
And how many people started because of like the big boom of VP? And I keep telling this, and I will keep telling this. The big boom of VP started with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
Like, of course, people have like a special place in their heart for that game. Like most of the old school 2017 the people that started in 2017 started because of Horizon. Like I love posting Horizon. I'm not like the biggest fan of the games, but I love posting it because it was the game that make me find the VP community on Twitter.
yeah. Cool, cool. I've just spoken through the questions from the Twitter post, and I completely missed the trick when we were talking about food. Because Jeff on Twitter asked, "What's your favorite breakfast?"
Okay, so I do this. I saw that question and I immediately thought about my favorite breakfast. So I do this thing almost every day. That is a bagel. It's with seeds, cereal seeds on top, and I put it with cream cheese that has garlic and other herbs on it.
Yeah,
I put that cream cheese, and I put a slice of, and I keep in mind that I do this almost every day, and I can't get tired of it. And I put a thin slice of chicken ham, like really thin slices. I give half of a slice to my dog every day, uh, and then I put an egg, a fried egg on top, and I just go crazy on it. And I do it every day with a cup of coffee.
Oh, you're making me so hungry now.
Yeah.
That
I
sounds
love
that sounds
bagel.
really
I
good.
love bagels. It's not something that it's now starting to be something that you find easily on in Portugal, but it didn't used to be.
Yeah.
So every time that I go have breakfast somewhere or brunch or a mid-afternoon snack and they have bagels, I will go to the bagel choice.
I haven't had a bagel for ages.
Bagels are
Should def-
really good.
I should definitely eat more bagels. And that sounds really nice. You say you have a fried egg. See, I'm really into poached eggs. I used to always have fried eggs, but ever since I've poached eggs, I just have poached eggs all the time.
I I can't seem to like to make them good. Like, there is like a point where they are good, and there is a point they are undercooked or overcooked, and I always go for those. I can't seem to find like the balance on them.
Yeah, for some reason I just seem to get it right every time. It's a different amount of time, it just comes out perfect. I'll have to send you
Okay,
some tips.
okay. When I go, no, don't send me the tips. When I visit Mick in the UK, I'm going to grab a
Turn up.
train
You're going to turn up at my
and
house for
yeah,
breakfast.
yeah.
So, hi. Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm here for breakfast.
Yeah, definitely let me know beforehand though. Don't just turn up on my doorstep.
Okay, okay.
not
That's a
not early in the
that's a
morning.
deal.
Not early in
That's
the
a deal.
morning. You don't know what you might see. Um. Anyway, so where were we? So you've obviously we talked a little bit about your YouTube videos. So you started up doing your YouTube channel to try and show people how you take your shots. Because I think you're saying is when people ask how you take your shots, it's very difficult to explain in words how you take a shot. So you started putting your videos together to show people how you do it. Um, rather than just saying I point and click, you wanted to show people how you do it.
And I
So
never did. I never did a video where I like I only recently posted one like recently in I think March, beginning of March was when I posted my first video of me taking a photo.
I think I remember because you done your first video was saying this is what I'm going to do on YouTube, and I think the second video I watched was you saying, "Yeah, I know I said I was going to do this, but I haven't."
Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to do what I said because that's what I like about streaming. I can like show uh people without having to explain and to talk about my process and whatever. It's hard. It's so hard because in I don't know. Didn't study photography. The little that I know is by watching other people's shots and trying to replicate them in the beginning. I still do that sometimes, and that's how I learned. It's
Yeah,
very intuitive. You know what I mean? Like I don't follow the rules of photography. I don't try to create something that ticks all the boxes. Like if it's something cool, that's what I want.
yeah, yeah, exactly. If it looks good, take a picture of it, and it just catch your
Exactly.
eye. So you don't plan it; it's just spontaneous. And if it looks good,
Well,
or do
some
you plan it?
I hate when I sometimes I'm like in the gym or climbing or doing other stuff and I think, oh, you know what would look good on that game? This shot that it just came into my head. So I'm going to go to the game and try to do that shot. It takes ages and sometimes it's not possible to have the shot that you have in your head.
Yeah,
So you go for what looks similar, and those are the shots that I tend to not like. The ones that I most planned,
Yeah.
I usually are the ones that I end up. Eh.
Hey, the good thing about that though is then you can edit them afterwards. I'm a big fan of trying to get a shot. It doesn't turn out how I think about it, so then I just edit it.
Yeah, I'm the ones that I usually don't get are the ones that like the camera range is too small.
Yeah.
For instance, the one that you recently posted and many people took inspiration from it. The Alf Water,
Ah, yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
that shot. Like I thought about something similar, not with the bird, but like capturing the underwater and the overwater in San Francisco in Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
If that's not possible in the photo mode, I won't do it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not against editing, but I won't do it. And that's a shot that it would be possible in Assassin's Creed.
Mm.
So it's really frustrating that you can get some shots in one game and you can't in others.
Yeah, it is that difference between being above ground and underwater. They always just not very many games get that right
Yeah, yeah,
where you can get it. And yeah, I had to edit that in, and even I've got bored of that type of shot now. I've posted so many of them.
yeah.
But yeah, it so obviously from the whole point and click days early time, that's 2.5 years ago. How has your process changed? So we've talked a bit about if it looks cool, that kind of thing. Do you have go-to settings that you use? I know we were asked on the post what setting you can't live without a photo milled. Uko VP says that the field is a big thing for him. What part of photo mode is your go-to, the thing that you always want the photo mode to have, or the first thing you use when you're taking your shots?
Okay, so the from the point of click days, I think my evolution, my I don't know, my progress came from, like I said, watching other people's shots, trying to replicate them, reading the mix, the Ford Focus blog posts. He used to do this, like tips in Ghost of Tsushima, tips on The Last of Us Part 2, and those helped me a lot. Not just in those games, but a lot. Like there is this one thread of Birdo Petri that he goes into his process about The Last of Us Part 2. And I have that bookmarked, and every time that I start a game that I'm really looking forward to, I go through that thread just to see his process. He's like a big inspiration, and Mick too. Those are like my two biggest inspirations. So working with Mick is whoa. I still pinch myself every day because he was a big inspiration in the beginning. Um, and yeah, sometimes I even ask Mick for tips that like in a way that he doesn't know he's helping me in the middle of the episode, like, oh, how would you do this on this photo mode? What does this setting mean? Like grain is something that usually I only recently figure out because of his explanation on grain. It was really cool. As far as my settings, I agree with Oko. I love playing with depth of field, but I think it's because it was the setting that I struggled the most to understand how it works, how it should be, how photographers work with that setting. So I usually spend the most amount of time in depth of field, like trying to get that exactly right, and then I spend as little as possible in the other settings, unless
Yeah.
that game has custom lights. Then I like that the game has custom lights because the photos can look better and quite unique, and illumination is a big part of photography. But on the other hand, I'm still in the tutorial level of Jedi Survivor after 6 hours.
Yeah, literally, I'm the same. I don't think
Yeah,
I even got to the yacht thing at the end yet.
yeah.
It great photo mode though, that one. I think the depth of field settings on that are a lot easier to
Yes,
understand than in the last game.
yes. Like people complain about the blue wall. I love the blue wall. Like that blue wall is everything to me. And Mick showed, I can't remember the game, but it is a racing game, on his things that should stay and things that should go away in Fallen Order 2 Survivor, and it showed a racing game where it has the like that wall, but
Yeah.
it's transparent, so it's just the lines.
Okay. Yeah.
It's so much easier to see like what's behind the wall in
And
that
I,
game. So
and
I
I,
wish they have done that on the Survivor photo mode. But so far, I'm loving the photo mode.
I think the biggest difference for me in this photo mode is because in Fallen Order they kind of had all the settings on the one screen.
Yeah,
It was all there. Whereas now that they've split it into sections, for me, just the UI and how they've set it up makes it so much easier to use. So much easier to
yeah,
use.
yeah. I have two complaints about this photo mode in relationship to the previous one. The
Yep.
first is the shortcut. So you can set up a shortcut in the menus, but you can't, at least me on PC, I can't put it as two two buttons.
Yeah.
It has to be one, so you basically have to sacrifice one of the buttons to be the photo mode shortcut. And as far as I'm understanding, the every button is used on gameplay. So I
Yeah.
basically sacrifice the map. I don't have a map on Jedi Fallen Survivor
To, to,
because
yeah. And to be honest, the map on the games isn't the best style of map, is it? So,
exactly. So
yeah.
that's why I chose that one. And there was this thing in Fallen Order. So you had the same like sliders, and the sliders usually go up by 5.
Yeah.
But in Fallen Order, you could then fine tune it. Like instead of going 5 at a time, I think it was alpha point at a time,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I miss that. That one, especially for depth of field, is a must.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've had a couple of times with the portraits. Is you've got the lines
Yeah,
go behind the place you want it to go, and then they
yeah,
skip in front of the place you want to go,
yeah.
which is very.
The fine tuning. I hope they add it somehow.
Let's get vocal about it on Twitter. Let's tell them about it. I'm sure they'll change it
Yeah,
for us. So obviously we're talking about Star Wars, and Unspoken on Twitter on the comments ask if you're a big Star Wars fan. Now, I know we've had this conversation. You like Star Wars, don't
yes,
you?
yeah. Yesterday, one of the designers of Survivor and Fallen Order reshared my Flickr album,
Yeah, I saw that.
and my partner said, "Why?" I don't remember the last time that you were this glad about someone like quote unquote important sharing anything from you. Like the actress from Freya reshared my Freya shots, and she was the one to tell me, my partner. She was the
Yeah.
one to tell me, oh, she shared your photos, and I was like, nice. And she always gives me a hard time, like, why aren't you more happy about this? Is like something impressive. And yesterday, just in Paris, shared my album, and I cried. I literally cried. And she was like, why? It's Star Wars. It's different. It's Star Wars. Like, it's not like the only thing that compares to Star Wars in my life is Spider-Man. Like God
Yeah.
of War is like a game that I play and I love. Spider-Man and Star Wars are more than games. They are movies, they are comic books, they are um, I don't know, tattoos that I have. Like it's something that takes over more than just a game to me.
And do you like? Is it all outside of the games? Do you like all things Spider-Man, all things Star Wars?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not demanding on my quality content. Like I'm not one to say, oh, the best Star Wars are like the originals. No, I like everything. Like
Yeah.
even the like Solo, the movie. People
That
don't
was.
like. I freaking love Solo. Like I like everything.
I thought
And
that film was
Spider Man.
bad. That film was
No,
bad.
no, it's good, but this is not a Star Wars
No, no,
conversation.
no, definitely.
But like I'm very easy to please. Like usually games that people don't like, I like them, and Star Wars and Spider-Man are two like brands, let's say, that I will probably love everything that they came up with because I love those worlds, those universes.
And they've made some brilliant games out of them, haven't they? That's the good thing is they've
Yeah,
made. They haven't just gone and made some like lackluster games. They made some really good games out of
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. I when I bought my PS4, it's a Darth Vader edition,
Oh,
uh, and it came with Battlefront One, and I was so sad because I liked the game, but at the time I wasn't into online gaming, and
yeah.
that's only a online only video game, and so I was afraid about like the direction that Star Wars video games were because they signed a 7-year deal with EA, and I was really worried for a minute there that everything was going to be online.
Online. Yeah.
Yeah, and when Jedi Fallen Order came out, I was like beside myself.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I've never really got into online games. Is that something you still don't do? Do you not do online gaming? You're more,
I can't do it. It's not that I don't like it. It's so I'm I'm a very easy person to get addicted to things. Like
yeah,
I'm now in the process of being diagnosed with ADHD. So which means that everything that gives me dopamine to my brain, I will get hooked very, very fast.
yeah,
And for 9 years in my life, I was playing League of Legends,
yeah.
like a lot of League of Legends. And last year, I was playing League of Legends for 14 hours a day.
Ouch.
Uh, after I built my PC, I got back into League of Legends, and I it's something that I just can't.
It will take you over.
Yeah, it online games will take me over really easily. So I try to avoid them. Like right now, I have Marvel Snap on my phone,
Yeah.
and like you see me commenting less on Twitter because usually now when I'm on my phone, I'm playing Marvel Snap.
So if we see that you're quiet, it's because you're playing marbles now.
Yeah, and it's a shame, but I can't control it. I promise you, I'm doing therapy to improve that part of my life.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that that's your excuse for not commenting that you're playing mobile games. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So you mentioned there that you obviously you built your PC. So you play on console. You also play on PC. Do you find VP and playing on PC changes your perspective on VP? That's from Shinobi. Does it? Is it
I
changed
saw
because?
that right before we
Yeah,
started.
I know.
Uh,
He dropped that one at the last minute, didn't he?
yeah, but it's an easy one. I hate playing on PC. Like it's so frustrating because it's like the lights on any game. it takes you a lot longer to take that shot because you have a lot more options.
Yeah.
On my streams, I play on I stream games that I play on PC, and sometimes they ask, "Oh, are you using camera tools?" Yes, but I'm only using the camera tools to hot sample, not to like break the range, not to place custom lights, not to make the game go slower, anything. I'm using the photo mode and the hot sampling options because that's what I want. I want to get in, get out as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And I hate that I have to care about what graphics options I'm playing, what frames I'm doing, if the game is crashing or not crashing on PC. Like I stopped streaming Miles Morales, but because every time that I opened the camera tools, the game would crash. So it got to the point that I got so frustrated with it that I just, oh, I don't. I'm going to stop streaming this and I'm going to take the photos without camera tools for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes too much option, is just too far,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's something that I think like Horizon and Ghost of Tsushima have that perfect balance between settings. Like they give you exactly the amount of settings. They could use a bit more range on their photo modes, but I think those are like the perfect settings on a photo mode.
Yeah,
You don't need
definitely.
more to take better shots.
And I think with when you get more settings, so if you take Days Gone photo mode as an example, Days Gone photo mode is absolutely brilliant. You
Yeah,
obviously
but
got the
it's like
stand.
coding.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say you've got the standard bit, which I always done the standard bit, but I never delved into the advanced features until I think I read Sarah's guide a couple of weeks ago. Is the amount you can do with it, but because
Yeah,
it takes a lot of fine tuning, it
yeah,
kind of for me it sucks the fun out of it a little bit.
exactly. Yeah,
But
and in an open world game like Days Gone, it's it's hard to even finish the game because you have so much content in the game
yeah,
that if you spend a lot on the photo mode, you will end up with 200 hours in that game.
exactly, exactly. So we touched on obviously your process of taking photos. We touched on a little bit that you don't like over editing, but do you edit your shots at all, or do you just take them from your PS5, they're nice and crisp, or from your PC, they're nice and crisp, you transfer them over and you post them, or do you do any post editing to your shots?
I go back and forth between editing and not editing. I can say that probably like 80% of my shots on Flickr. I have almost 8,000 shots on my Flickr right now, and they are mostly unedited. But I do appreciate a good editing session. Like for instance, I remember last year, Death Stranding. I edit all my shots, and I would like edit like a bunch of them at once instead of like one at a time.
Yeah,
But we can establish that I'm very lazy, so I always go for the fastest process process possible from
yeah,
capturing and posting. Like those two have to be minimal time between them.
yeah. See, I think it's about confidence, isn't it, in your shots as well?
Yeah,
Is if you're happy with the shot you've taken, so that why would it need editing? I mean, I think
exactly.
I struggle with that because I'm a perfectionist. So if there's something slightly that doesn't look right to me, I'll edit it. It probably
I
doesn't need editing, and I
see. I don't, and I have this fun banter on my streams that I go and take a shot and something is clipping or something is showing that shouldn't be there, and I don't edit. And um, his name is Flip uh, on uh, sorry, Twitter.
yeah,
And he, he edits the things that he doesn't like. He edits out the things that he doesn't like on my shots, and they end up always looking better. They always look better than the shot that I took.
Uh, and do you give him credit for it or not?
I should, but no. It's
No.
Cop Philip at Cop Philip on Twitter.
Maybe I can give him my editing workload. I could just send him all my pictures, and
You
he
would
could do the editing.
appreciate that, yeah.
He could start up a little business, couldn't he? Yeah, got any clip shots? Send them to me.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of monetization for us. Um, okay, so VP community, you've been knocking around the VP community since 2018. How have you seen it grow and evolve over the past 5 years? And what's been your top three personal moments over the same time? So whether that's in the community or things you've done related to VP, what's your
Uh, 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 uh. I think I'm going to start with the last part of that question because I
yeah
think it's easier. So the from the third to the first. The third is like organizing the Lisbon Games Week gallery, getting to promote VP in a mainstream event. It was like so cool, and seeing the people's reaction to the photos, seeing some. I didn't have a chance to have to like interact with a lot of VPs that were present there because the gallery wasn't just my photos. There were other VP shots present.
yeah
But yeah, that was really cool. Then number two is getting to work with Ubisoft at promoting the photo mode for Far Cry 6. And in the same week that ends, I get a contact by Crystal Dynamics to promote the release of Spider-Man in Marvel's Avengers. Those two were like, for me, it's the only paid job that I got doing VP. It's the only money that I got from studios, and those were like they allowed me to build my PC, and that's something that I'm always going to appreciate.
yeah definitely
Uh, the number one is the very first gift package from a studio. It was in 2019. God of War was about to celebrate his first anniversary, and Santa Monica reached out to me to do a couple of shots that they wanted to then put together into a PS4 theme.
yeah
Um, that ended up not going forward because they decided to do the shots in studio, but they sent me a gift package with a lot of God of War stuff, a jacket, a handmade jacket, and in that package there was this Huldra Brothers coin with their logo on it, and I'm one of the only people in the world that have those coins. Like there are only 280, and I'm one of them, and
oh that's
that's
really cool
yeah, that the only thing that could top that is back when Kevin Viking Dad started, he was doing before he joined band. He had a blog about Days Gone. He did a lot of content Days Gone related, and he got a coin similar to mine on off Days Gone,
yeah
and that was devs only, and at the time he wasn't a dev, so
oh
that yeah, that was like really cool. When he was on OSnap, we compared coins.
whose was better
Yeah, his was better. Definitely better.
oh dear. And do you think, obviously you've done a lot within the VB community, you've talked there about working with studios, you've done things for Santa Monica. A lot of people want to take this hobby to the next step, but they don't know where to look. They struggle to find the opportunities. What advice would you give people who do want to take it that next step, do want to promote it a bit more, do want to spread the word?
Well, it's a bit my answer to that is a bit controversial because a lot of people don't like to do what I'm about to tell them to do, but is to tag devs, not the studios, not the publishers, but the people that actually made the games. The number of followers that they have doesn't matter. Just tag them. If it's like a gameplay director, if it's like a collision programmer, whatever, tag them, and they will probably share your post around via internal communications. For instance, yesterday, uh, after Justin Paris shared my Flickr album, he sent me a DM saying that he would share that album on the Respawn Slack for
Yeah,
all the studio to see. And after that, I got like five developers following me.
that's cool. So
And
how?
then, sorry, and then when the time comes for them to like release a new game or release new content, those same devs will like remember your name, and they will like reach out, and it's about reaching the right person. It's not just like tag the collision programmer. It's like that collision programmer will then reach out to the community, to the publisher, and say, oh, we have this really cool photographer that I think you should take a look at. And the other thing is you need to be consistent in both quality and quantity. It's not like share a set of good pictures of Jedi Fallen Order and then you get a partnership for Survivor. No, you need to be consistent. You need to keep reminding them of you. Yeah, and then yeah, it's you will be a bit annoying at some point, but let's put ourselves in the place of the devs. Let's pretend for a minute that you worked on a vase in a game and someone takes a photo of that vase. Wouldn't you want to know that someone really loved that vase? And then, like, I don't know if the
It's the
honestly,
ultimate
if
compliment, isn't it? It's the ultimate
yeah,
compliment.
it is. I saw this was something that I learned early on because I saw a developer of Assassin's Creed Origins saying, please tag me in everything that you post Assassin's Creed Origins because I really want to see what you make with what I created. And then if someone from the dev team ends up finding you annoying, they can do two things. They can turn out the tagging. You can't tag them anymore, and that's it. Okay, that's your choice. You don't want to be bothered. Completely fine. Or they can just, oh, okay, I was tagged. Nice. See ya.
Yeah.
If they end up finding you annoying, honestly, fuck them. Like,
You're never going to see him, are you? Unless.
yeah, the chances of you meeting are like insanely small. So it's just someone on the internet, and that can pay off. So I guess my advice is be annoying.
So how do you go? How do you go about finding these people then? So obviously, let's tag people who are involved in the game. Do you literally just like search, let's say Gorilla, for instance, search Gorilla and then cycle through the people and see if there's people who work at Gorilla, or
Yeah.
how do you go? Yeah, that's
Okay,
literally what you do.
so for a good example is Gorilla. Gorilla has the main account, and
Yeah,
then they have Life at Gorilla. Life at Gorilla shows like the devs, the workday of the devs. They recently had a video showing how Anne from the community team goes about her day.
yeah,
Uh, just go there, see which people the that account is following. Usually it's devs. So
yeah,
that's a nice way. Another one is find, for instance, on Santa Monica, how I found most of them is there is this content creator on Twitter called Black of Thunder,
Yeah.
and he basically follows every single Santa Monica dev. So I did the same, and that's the way to do it. Like I, most of my Twitter feed aren't necessarily VP. They are devs, and you get to interact with devs with their posts and people that go on the ground floor, not the suits, not the no, the people that actually made like Thor's animations, the people that do the concept art, the people that put the game together. Not the game director. The game director is going to be tagged by 1,000 people in
Yeah.
the on the game's release. You won't get his attention, or you will get if you are extremely lucky. But if you go for the unknown developer,
Yeah.
that unknown developer will then, because they are unknown on social media, but they can like post on internal communications and then go and do all kinds of stuff with your posts.
And the good thing
Like,
is they're getting more social now, aren't they? Because I think when Survivor came out yesterday, the amount of posts I saw
yeah,
from people who are involved in making that, saying, "I'm so glad it's out," and that seems to be getting more of a thing now, isn't it? When a new
yeah.
release comes out, the people who are involved in making that game are being more vocal. So again, that's another chance to spot those people and
Do
spam
you
them with
know?
shots.
Do you know ArtStation, the website ArtStation?
Yes.
Okay. For those listening that don't know, it's like basically where people post their art of the game, like a concept artist. Someone that I can't remember his name, but someone that worked on Miles Morales doing the suits.
Yeah.
His art station is basically like the cover photo is basically virtual photography captures from the suits that he made.
It's really cool.
Yeah, he didn't ask for permission because it's his work. He doesn't credit anyone, but it's there. And other developers, he probably shared those pictures in internal communications, and that's how I got a few Insomniac developers to follow me.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
And like I said, I think the general consensus is just put yourself out there, isn't it?
yeah.
Is unless you put yourself out there, you're not going to progress anywhere or do anything.
And I keep saying consistency is like key. If you, it's easily to get overwhelmed with social media and do break in, break out. Like go post for 2 weeks, don't post for another two because you're burned out of social media. You're not getting the numbers. But if you're not consistent, you won't see the results. You have to be consistent. You have to fight that urge to go away. Do the simple thing: post your shots, leave social media, come back when you have more shots to post, but try to do it. If you have 4 shots of a game, don't post it all at once. Post one at a time, and you have 4 posts on social media to make now. You don't
That
need to have like a large catalog of photos. You just need to be consistent in posting.
that kind of ties in with a question we had from Mex on the Twitter, saying that he always worries about overloading posts or overdoing posts and doesn't want to come off annoying. But I suppose with social media, you do kind of not overload, but you do, like you said, you want to be consistent. You've got to put the
And
shots on there.
can I be really honest with you?
Yes, you can be honest with me.
You need to be super pretentious to think, oh, people will be overwhelmed by my work. They don't care. Like people on social media have the attention span of a goldfish. If you
I love
posted
it.
your shots in the morning, like 8 hours later, no one will remember your post. Like no, not like even if you got 1,000 likes, even if you had a lot of interactions, the chances of some, you have to be really good all of the time, like all of your photos be flawless for them to really remember your photos. And then there is the other side. if they are finding you annoying, fuck them. Like,
Yes,
like
yes.
just it's social media. Why are people finding you annoying? Like, they can mute you. They can choose to not look at your photos for more than 2 seconds. Like, that's something that shouldn't matter to you. Like, you're posting something that you love. You are showing love. And to me, there is nothing more beautiful than showing love on social media. We live in an age that being cringy is like a bad thing. I love being cringe. Like like I'm showing my appreciation to devs that made this lightsaber, to devs that made the web swinging of Spider-Man really cool. I'm showing appreciation. You are not like, unless you are doing the opposite and like complaining about everything about the game, then you are just
Yeah,
being annoying for the sake of being annoying. But if you are showing love, if you are showing appreciation for the games that you are playing, if someone finds that annoying, you really don't need that person on your followers.
definitely not. Definitely not. You just like you said, you just gotta. It's just gotta be love. Just
Yeah.
that's all it's got to be. So, random question now. We're throwing a random one. This is from Bianca. How did you get the name dotpone?
Okay.
Come on, fill us in.
Kids can be really mean. And in seventh grade, we had a saying in school that was basically uh, like mocking someone and saying that they smell like a pun. Pun means absolutely nothing. It has no meaning whatsoever. But someone asks, some random day, someone random asks, "What's a pun?" And someone said, "It's Reuben," and that stayed. And people started like just instead of calling me Ruben, calling me Pun. Even my nephews call me Uncle Pun, and that used to get to me really bad. Like that's how kids bullied me basically.
Yeah.
And after a while, I was like, okay, I guess that's my name now. I'm okay with it now. And when it came time to do social media accounts like Instagram or I don't know, Facebook, Twitter, I just went with Pun, and my online game name was Pun. But then there were some platforms that Pun was taken, so I had to add something in, and there is this really underground JRPG series called Dot Ac. So I took the dot out of those and added to Pun, and Dot Pun was born.
And the name was born.
Yeah.
Ah, so you turned that negative name from when you were younger into a positive.
Yeah. Yeah. And like people at my previous work used to call me, even I even asked some people to call me Pun instead of Ruben. Yeah.
Ah,
It's like I don't know if you're a fan of anime, but there is this anime called My Hero Academia,
yeah.
and they have to choose superhero names, and the main character basically chooses the name that bullies call him as his superhero name, and I'm like, nice, I have the same origin story as an anime character.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. I can't really call myself what people used to call me when I was at school. I don't think I'd be allowed on Twitter. Doesn't doesn't really have the same ring to it as dot pone, but we'll leave that there and not dig into my troubled childhood. So, for everybody listening, this is your warning, not warning. This is your opportunity to put in your speak requests because soon we'll be coming to anybody listening. They want to
I
ask a question live.
I skipped ahead about the how the community changed between 2018 and now.
It's a good job you remembered.
Yeah, I know. It's like I have the questions right in front of me or something.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
you were sending like a week before.
yeah. Uh, about that, I think in the same way as it evolved, it devolved. because it's the size. Like like I said, the VP is about expressing your creativity, and nowadays you have people shooting all kinds of games, all kinds of shots, and it's really cool to have all of these people. And they are a lot more welcoming and understanding that they were a few years back. The petty squabbles aren't aren't getting as much attention as there was. The downside to it is that it's also more fractured. We know we used to knew everything that was happening VP wise all of the time, because there were only two community accounts back then that
Yeah.
shared most things, VirtuaCam and GamerGram. Those were the two back then. And most people would participate in every initiative that they put together. Now the community feels big but fractured, and community pages, for the most part, are slightly copies of each other. They do the same thing, and
Yeah, you mentioned this on your on unplugged, didn't
controversial
you?
opinions. Yeah,
Yeah,
and the cool thing that I didn't mention there is, and that's why I wanted to go back to this question, because a few years back, if a community page would invite me to have this conversation, I would have rejected it, because most community pages, the way they do stuff, weren't to my liking. But the photo mode has really been changing how community pages can interact with VPs, how they can do stuff. And uh, I I in this last episode that came out today of the photo mode unplugged, and I said it to you a few weeks back. I work at Patreon
yeah,
as a product specialist, and Jack Conti, our founder and CEO, says that we are currently living in the second renaissance of creative people. And I honestly feel that the way that photo mode is doing things right now is like a renaissance of the community page, if that makes sense. And I'm really enjoying this. So I wanted to come back to this question to like fill you with some nice
no,
compliments.
that is actually it's so nice to hear. You know, it's not very often on social media or anything to do with social media you hear the positives or the things like that. So I know Jack, Cynthia, Nick, and myself are really appreciative of that. Ruben's very nice of you to say that. And you can't see me blushing, but I'm blushing.
I know it's hard to get compliments, so yeah,
And like you said, I think what we're trying to do now is just do things outside of just retweeting and things like that. The hashtags, that kind of thing. Is what can we
yeah,
do to benefit the community, further the
exactly.
community? And I'm a big believer or a big advocate for anything we can do with mental health and things like that. I know on social media a lot of that is quite rife. So to get people talking rather than just typing or sitting behind a screen, it was a really big important thing for us to just make that change and bring something new. So it's good to hear that the things that we're doing, people are enjoying.
I
Long may
I
it
I
continue.
I just love everything that you just said. That's so right. Yeah.
So we are on the last question before. So if anybody's wants to ask Ruben a question live, put in your speak request now, and we'll come to you after this question. So we've left in an oldie but a goldie, and we may have covered some of it on what we talked about so far. So, what's your top tip or advice for any new or existing virtual photographers? Let's go new virtual photographers. Now, if you're new to
Uh,
VP, you're just starting out, what will be your top tip?
I actually have the same for both, for old and new, is don't judge yourself by other people's standards. So don't play by their rules. Some people only post once every 3 months because they are so demanding with their shots. and then they complain about not getting enough reach, but that's another topic for another day.
Let's not go
Some
there. Let's not go there.
yeah, some people post multiple shots a day. Some people follow every rule of photography. Some people don't care about the rules of photography. And that's okay. You should capture and post wherever you want. And like I said many times during this conversation, if someone on social media has a problem with the way you do things, just fuck them.
Uh,
just
I,
just
I,
ignore them.
I'm
I
going to let
I
everybody. I'm going to let everybody else quickly in on the question you asked me after I sent you the questions. When you keep saying "fuck them, fuck them," is you basically asked permission to curse, didn't you?
yeah.
Or if you could curse on it, it's like,
It's
yeah, go for it,
something
go for it.
I struggled for years on the gametographer show. We every Saturday we used to do the gametographer show with by the Gamer Elite, and his Twitch channel is very PG friendly, and I struggled for years with cursing. And when I started the podcast, it was one of the first things that I asked me if it was okay or not. So I try to hold myself on that show too. I curse sometimes, but I in my life I curse a lot. I say a lot of bad words. So to be able to curse is something that is very much me. Another
We're-
thing, still about the advice. Do you watch Ted Lasso?
no,
Okay, in this last episode, uh, there was some things going on, and then there is the father of one of the football players that is like this wise man that every time that you hear his voice is like super chill, super good, and his advice is super sound. And he has this sentence that is, "Don't fight back, fight forward." Like just leave the people that are trying to do you harm, forgive them and move on. And I love that. I think it's the best way. If someone is annoying, the way that you post, the photos that you took, you shouldn't be getting as many likes as you are getting. Just ignore them, move forward. Don't let that get to you. I struggle with that sometimes, but it's the best advice to anyone starting. Just do things your way and don't care about anyone else telling you how to
exactly.
do things.
Great advice. Great advice. And Koala TV asked, "What was the one thing you wish you knew when you started taking photos?" Is that kind of what you've learned over your time with it? Did you feel? Did you feel like people feel sometimes when that they have to prove themselves and it has to be what people like? What do you wish you knew when you started VP?
Yeah, let's go with that because this is the one question that I was looking at since it was asked that I didn't know the answer to. So let's go with that. I learned that from
Like
what I started.
you can't cop out like that. Come on.
I don't know. Like the one thing I wish I knew is, and this will sound a bit pretentious, but the success that I was going to find, because the reason why I chose Twitter was because I was basically kicked off Facebook by my friends and family saying, "We are so tired of seeing your Spider-Man shots. Please stop posting Spider-Man." And I wanted to share my shots, so I started posting on Twitter, thinking they wouldn't make a dent, and that turned into what I built on the past 5 years. So I wish I could go back to that guy posting on Facebook and say, "Dude, it's going to be all right. It's going to work out in the end."
So good bit of advice. Good bit of advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a request for a live question from Cynthia. Let me just authorize your request, Cynthia. Okay, Cynthia, can you hear us? Can you speak? Are you there, Cynthia?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Good.
Excellent.
We're good. We're good.
Um, I don't really have a question per se, Ruben, but I did want to hopefully briefly say that I actually really enjoyed this interview quite a bit, and I think it's very helpful for people maybe who are discouraged on their numbers. Maybe we see the complaints a lot, and I feel like I've seen them a lot recently. People getting discouraged, but if they have a chance to listen to this, they can see a person who has worked so hard, and you've shared some of your like tips for the successes you've had, just the sheer amount of projects you've been involved in, the way you tag the devs, everything shows how much work really goes into growing an account, because the majority of people cannot rely just on their talent when they're posting on a social media platform
Yeah,
to get seen. And I see it all the time. People, oh, this was my favorite shot. And, I just felt like it should have gotten more views and I'm really disappointed. And I see people all the time, maybe I should quit. And it's really frustrating when, 98% of the time it's the Twitter algorithm, which as we know is in a shambles right now.
yeah,
It's not doing the things that you need to do. It's kind of a game in a way. You have to play the game to get the views. And
exactly.
and I'm guilty of that. Like I've been very inconsistent myself, like for quite a while now. But I'm also I have learned finally to recognize that it's not my work. It's just I'm not playing the game. So anyway, I wanted to say thank you for that. Hopefully enough people will listen to this and understand that and maybe be less hard on themselves.
Yeah, I love that you said exactly like it's a game. Like the way that I tackle social media for the longest time and even recently is like social media is the game and posting is the photo mode.
Hmm.
So if you want to get better in the photo mode in the games, so do the same in the way that you post. Try to see the way other people are posting. If they are posting 3 times a day, if they are posting 2 times a day, if they are just posting once a day, who they are tagging, what they are doing, what hashtags are they using, and that will lead you into like getting better in this kind of photo mode. It, it's so nice to hear someone say that I work hard with the social media because I think a lot of people have this misconception that I got it easy,
Right.
and and it's like there were sometimes in my life during these past 5 years that I probably spent like 10 hours on Twitter alone per day
Yeah.
studying the algorithm, studying who to tag, who to follow, and who to comment on. And yeah, it's hard. And I I really like hearing your voice, Cynthia.
Thank you.
I think the important thing is it's like anything in life. You don't get things handed to you on a plate. You've got to work for them. If you're not
Yep.
willing to work for them and put the hard work in, you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, there is this one account called Photos of Video Games, something like that.
Yeah,
That overnight, and I'm saying this overnight, got 75,000 followers
Jesus.
because they posted a video of Chris Judge, the actor that plays Kratos, and that every single developer of Santa Monica retweeted that, so that it blew up. Went viral. That's luck. That's
yeah,
like the 1%
That
that
is not the norm.
yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. That's not the norm. Don't expect that. That's like winning the lottery. They don't post now. It's a dead account. They posted for a while, but it as soon as they saw that, okay, this takes work, and they even reach out to me for some advice. They stopped because it takes a lot of work to do like regular posts to keep that community engaged, because we are all part of the virtual photography community, but we are building our little communities because on our profiles, because some people that follow us don't care about virtual photography. They just care about the person behind the
Hmm.
photos. So it's hard. Community management is really hard, and someone that I want to be a community manager someday. It's it's a job that I really like, see the work that it takes to be successful.
Very,
Right.
very, very true.
Exactly. Well, thank you for that, Cynthia. Have you got anything else, Cynthia?
Um, Not that I could think of. I think it was a lot of questions were answered very thoroughly.
Well,
I
thank
felt
you very much, Cynthia.
Thank
yes.
you.
I'll bow
Do,
out for the next.
do we have anybody else listening live who would like to ask Reuben a question?
I have a question from, if no one wants to join,
Go. Yeah, go for it.
from the same person that asked, "What's my favorite breakfast?"
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Yep, yep.
how much time do you give yourself to make a shot work before giving up and moving on?
Yes.
10 minutes, 10 minutes most. If I pause the game and I can't get a shot to work in about 10 minutes, I'm just quitting and moving on.
That's a long time, 10 minutes. I'm less than that. If it's not there in a couple of minutes, I'm done.
Yeah, I had this conversation with Mick recently, and yeah, I do spend a lot of time in photo mode. Like, for instance, on God of War Ragnarok, my second playthrough is more time on photo mode than playing the game.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I struggle now because for some reason, I've fallen into this trap of because I love VP is if it hasn't got a photo mode, unless I'm going through a bit of a creative block and want a bit of a detox, I don't play it, which, it's bad really because there's lots of games out there that don't have photo modes that are excellent. For some reason, I'm not just not getting to them. I think Justin on the messages was saying, is there are there games without photo modes that you wish had a photo mode, and do you think that every game should have a photo mode? I think you briefly mentioned this on your controversial opinions thing on
Yeah,
Unplugged.
I don't think every game needs a photo mode, and not every game. This will sound even more harsh. Deserves a photo mode,
Yeah, good point.
because like on Switch, the resolution is so bad that putting a photo mode there is the disservice. Like my shots of Super Smash Bros. I don't like them because they look bad. They don't look good. Not because of the photographer. It's because the resolution is so bad.
Yeah,
Uh, but another game is a set of games that I don't think really translate that well to a photo mode are the Souls games. Like, I played Demon Souls, and that game convinced me that uh, they don't need, because the game is so hard and you have to be in the zone, like really
yeah,
into the gameplay. That's stopping every now and then to take a photo, unless it's like a landscape or one of not like certainly not action shots. Those are really hard, and you will die a lot. And the frustration of like trying to take a shot, not getting that shot, and still dying anyway. It, I don't see the appeal. Like,
why would you put
uh,
yourself through that?
yeah, and I recently went through a Flickr album of From Software shots, and I'm like, respect. Like, whoa, these are incredible. You died a lot for these.
Yeah,
Yeah, either that or like through mods, pausing the game, manipulating the characters, etc. If you have all those options, good for you. If you are like using a photo mode, those games don't. As far as games that I wish had a photo mode go, there are few that don't have a photo mode and don't have camera tools. But one that I wish had a photo mode on console for more people to appreciate is Near Automata. I
oh, yeah.
love that game. I love that game, but It's so hard to get the camera tools to work on that game.
Never played it.
It's so good. It's
Oh, wow.
so good. I love like weird game. You were saying that right now you put yourself through not playing games with a photo mode unless you are on a break or on a creative block. I'm
Yeah.
actually trying to do the opposite and only photograph on my streams unless it's a game that I really want to play, like Survivor or Final Fantasy 16. Like the
Mm.
other games, like God of War, going through it a third time. I'm probably going to do it on stream so that can like push myself to
Do it again.
like do it again, because it's not that I'm getting tired, but I'm getting to a point that I have 8,000 photos on my Flickr. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot of photos, a lot of work put in on that, on my portfolio, that now I want to rest for a bit,
Yeah.
but still
No,
post and
definitely.
still interact with the community. So yeah, I'm never going to stop posting. It's just a matter of like going back to old shots and posting old shots, or
Yeah.
photographing what I really want instead of like the hardest new thing. Like The Last of Us Part 1 came out, I didn't photograph that. I played that game 7 times already. I don't want to go through it again.
I felt like that after my first. I didn't finish it when it first came out. Sacrilege, I know. But I got the new one. I played it, loved it, and I started playing again and that unlocked the different skins and thought, oh yeah, I'm going to be taking loads more pictures. And I was like, I'm a bit bored of this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. We have another request for a live question. So we have a live question from Sun OG5VP. Let's just pop you on. Okay, you should be on now. If you want to ask your question, you're currently on mute.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
how you doing?
I'm doing well. So I have a question being that for profiles that are just one photo mode, so let's say something like God of War, um, would that help or hinder, or is there an in-betweener for growing their account?
Ooh, I answered that question yesterday on my Instagram. Someone asked me on a DM, so I'm just going to grab that DM really fast, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I told that person. I have to scroll.
So do you currently do just one game on yours,
Uh,
or is that
yes. I currently only do Spider-Man.
okay?
That's a great one. You should definitely also post on Instagram. The virtual photography Spider-Man community on Instagram is
Mhm.
massive.
Really? Okay.
Massive. Yeah.
So you gave tips earlier, Ruben, about obviously Twitter and bits and pieces about that, about posting bits and pieces of that. Instagram, that's I've tried, haven't got into it. Is it the same sort of thing? Have you just got to be consistent? Still got to do the same sort of tags, or is it a different game on Instagram?
Fuck Instagram. I hate it.
Fuck Instagram.
What I don't like about Instagram is that, let me first answer Sun really
Go
quick.
for it. Go for it.
Okay. So when you posting one single, I'm not finding the reply on Instagram, but I know
Mhm.
it. So posting a single game can be massive. You, like I said in this conversation, go and search for devs of that game, follow
Mhm.
those devs, tag those devs on your posts, definitely. Spider-Man, tag the community manager, Aaron Espinoza is
Okay.
great. That's definitely one that you should be tagging on your photos.
Okay.
The upside is that doing that, you won't just gain followers from the virtual photography community. You will gain followers of Spider-Man fans, people
Mhm.
that are fans of that game. imagine that you would post photos of The Last of Us. You would get fans of the show. It's you will get fans of the game instead of only fans from the virtual photography community. It's a great way to grow your following. That's partly part of the reason why you always see me post God of War. I'm part of the virtual photography community and the God of War community. The downside to it is you won't get as well known to be as prolific, and sometimes delving into other photo modes will help you improve on that specific photo mode. Like a good example is God of War. If you play through Spider-Man, you have all this range, all these lights, all bells and whistles. If you go to God of War, you will have to be creative to get those same effects. Then when you go back to Spider-Man, you know new tricks to be creative. Instead of using three lights, you can use the environment to put like a fourth light or something like that. So yeah, posting wise, I support the idea of like keeping into one photo mode, but don't be afraid of going and experimenting on other photo modes because they will teach you.
Okay, that's great. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Thank you, thank you for the question. I love when people ask me that question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for asking your question. That's a really good answer. Actually, it's getting lots of hints and tips from this interview that I'm writing down. Really good. So I'm just scanning the rest of the questions to see if we've missed any from the community. So we've got another one here from Uko VP who says, when will you start pushing for some of your best shots to be in some form of prestigious gallery?
I don't think I will ever do that. I'm going to, if something happens like that, it's probably going to be me pushing for other people's shots to be on a prestigious gallery. Like do you know imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my thing. That's like my another mental issue that I'm currently trying to deal with, because I see so many cool shots online that I tend to look at mine and say, these aren't as cool as those. And I want other people to get the same type of attention that I get, because I have some people in my friends and family that say, "Oh, your shots are so cool. Your shots are amazing." I'm always like, "Yeah, have you seen this person right here? Have you seen this Spider-Man photographer? Have you seen this God of War photographer? They are also really cool." And they're like, "Yeah, but yours are as cool or more cool or something like that." And I'm always, "Yeah, but they know what they are doing and I don't." So I don't know. I want other people to have the same type of attention that I have, because
Yeah.
I feel that I don't deserve it in terms of virtual photography. In terms of social media game, yeah, I'm super proud of what I achieved, and I can tell you that I think I'm really good at the social media game. In terms of virtual photography, I struggle.
I think the thing is though, I think part of what makes up a good virtual photographer is being able to have that self-criticism. Nobody's shots are perfect. Nothing's always perfect. To be able to critique your shots and learn from mistakes or bits and pieces like that, that's part of the learning process, isn't it?
Yeah, and usually people that are full of themselves are their shots aren't that good. Like, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
nice picture that my nephew could have taken.
Oh, please don't mention any names. Please don't mention
No,
any
no,
names.
no, 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 no. But usually, if people are like really full of themselves, I tend to look at it and think. A great example is the person that just asked a question, sun
Yeah.
underscore like his Spider-Man shots, even the pin pose, that's a great shot. Like that's a cool shot of Spider-Man. Like his shots are clearly really good, but he doesn't. I don't know. I literally just find this profile, but these are shots that I could stare at them for hours and think I can't make this. Like these are like creative. These are unique. These are cool. He doesn't. He started recently, but it's like I don't see him going around everyone's post saying, "Oh, I should have gotten this" or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a really good thing that we don't associate his name with. Oh, my shot should have, because there are people that you think, oh, they are constantly complaining about the same thing. Maybe they should, and that's the thing that you shouldn't complain. The energy that you're putting in complaining, put them in posting your shots. Post your shots. The shot that you want to get, like the amount of viewers that you think, post that shot over and over again, instead of like, oh, this shot should have gotten X amount of likes, X amount of attention. Post that shot again.
Yeah.
Don't keep it in a vault. It's yours. Like, imagine going into a museum, watching Mona Lisa for 6 seconds, and then moving on. No, Mona Lisa is always on display. They are like, people are always seeing Mona Lisa there. Do the same. My shot didn't get enough attention. I will show it to you again and again and again until it gets the attention I think it deserves.
It's good that you say that, because it just reminded me of a conversation we had on our TPM chat. So we're trying to decide which what picture we thought of when we first thought of the other person. And I think, Cynthia, you said that the first picture you thought of when you thought of me was my portrait of Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. And what you were saying there, I remember with that picture, literally every competition, everything that was asking for a picture, VP awards, or anything, no matter what it was, I was just posting that shot because I was so proud of that shot. I think everybody just got bored of it in the end, but I just put it everywhere because I loved it.
And that's the best. Like, I always give the example of your Spoony Bar, Gary on Twitter. Yeah. He has some of the most iconic shots to me. There are some times that I'm playing a game and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get something similar to Gary, and because he posts the same shots. If he likes a shot, he's going to post it over and over and over again. And that's how your post might not get like the awards, might not get the attention that you think they deserve, but they will surely be ingrained in someone's brain that they will think that shot is iconic. That shot is something that I strive to have.
Exactly. So I think the only other one we've got, do you prefer, I mean, looking at your shots, you take a lot of action shots and scenario shots. But one of the questions we've got is, do you prefer taking the scenario shots or portraits or landscapes? Or do you just like to dabble in a bit of everything and you just fall into what looks good?
I usually, when people say, oh, that's a dotpone shot, I have no idea what that means, because I do everything. I try to do everything and I like doing everything. The only thing that I'm trying to learn but I'm struggling with is abstract. Other than that, I enjoy everything. I don't think I have a specific lean. I don't lean one way or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get a healthy mix. Perfect. Rúben, I think that's it. I think we've covered all the questions. Oof. Unless anybody else wants to ask one live, it's been really enjoyable speaking to you.
We've really cool.
We've clocked up nearly an hour and 40 minutes already. And I think like Cynthia said, what a lot of people, if people can listen to this and take from what you've told us, the advice, the tips, it can change how people interact on Twitter. And I think that's hopefully people will listen to this, will share the hell out of it. Is you're always such a nice guy. It's not like you've got loads of followers and you think you're up on a pedestal and that kind of thing. You're such a nice guy. You're always happy to speak to people, always happy to give advice. And like you said with this, you don't very often accept doing these things, but we're so glad you have, because a lot of the stuff you've said, I think, will help so many people. We're going to be putting a few of these on some text quote tweets over the next week, and this will be on YouTube. So yeah, we'll share the hell out of it, because I think it's been such a good interview, not just from talking to you, but obviously the stuff we've got out of it. And thank you very much. It's been really, really good.
I'm blushing now. I'm the one blushing.
So you should. So you should.
Thank you. I really, really appreciated this conversation.
No problem. It's been absolutely great. You enjoy the rest of your day. Have you got more rock climbing planned, or are you back into Survivor?
I went rock climbing, bouldering, indoor climbing this morning. It's my Saturday morning breakfast is climbing walls. And now I'm on to Survivor for the rest of the weekend. And the Monday is a holiday in Portugal, so
it is here too. Long weekend.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
I think perfect release window.
Definitely. I think I'm going to jump on Survivor. I've got about a 20-minute window before the wife and kids get home and cause havoc in the house. So I'm going to get on it, get a solid 20 minutes in. But no, it's been really good, Rúben. Thanks a lot. Thanks everybody for joining, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
See you, everyone.
See you later.